Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of SnowTown here in City Skylines, where today, boys, we're going to be doing many things. And before we get into it, I just want to say, guys, if you are enjoying SnowTown and want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe so you're notified when that next episode does come out. But I want to talk about what we're going to potentially doing next episode before we get into this episode. And that is, right, we have the oil industry, we have the ore industry over here. We have two industries already set up. And I think it's about time that we look towards getting our third one. So we've done the oil, we've done the ore. We have the option to do the farming, the forestry, or the fishing industry. Now I want you guys to leave a comment down below in the comment section of what you reckon I should do next out of those three industries, and we'll set it all up next episode. So we got that out of the way. Let's talk about what we're doing today. So I want to focus on creating some of the suburbs on this peninsula of our very own version of Manhattan. Kind of get an idea of where we're going to be going with it, where the high density is going to be placed, and where the public transport is going to be placed as well. And there's a few little issues here and there that I do want to try and solve and sort out. So it should be a lot of fun. I've noticed over here, these guys complain about there's not enough heat apparently. Now I don't know whether I'm above my... there we go. So I don't have enough... oh no, okay, I think it's because this is kind of out of oil right now. So geothermal heating plant, I could get that, which would be ridiculously high, but this one produces a little bit more heat, doesn't it? So if I drop an additional 2 down, get them hooked up as well, and then that should be, yeah, it's more than enough for our heating capacity, and we can continue to rock and a roll right now, boys. Yeah. So that should solve those guys, which they're pretty much done. Right, good stuff. Good stuff. We need to give this Central Park a little bit of power, but I feel like I need to kind of build down there before we kind of get to that route. And I've noticed there's quite a lot of shoppers going down this big commercial district right now. If I kind of go to the zoning, the commercial section, there is quite a lot. Now, we did start by planning these little kind of, you know, swirly kind of, what they call cul-de-sacs kind of suburb area. And I want to continue this momentum of what we got going on over here and create a little bit more of it. So I think we'll come down to here and come off that. And if I come out here by 10, I'm trying to create something here. I'm trying to create a nice little flow to the area that we're working with. So if we do a 5 by 5, just to slightly bend that around to give it a little bit more character to this area, it kind of connects it. So we've got our, I mean, would we class it a sprawling suburb? I'm not 100%, but that's what we're going to roll with. And then we'll come off each one of these by 10. Did we come off these by 10? What were these? I actually can't remember what these were now. I think they were 10. Let me figure this out. I always forget. Once you've done it and you come back to doing something again, you kind of forget where you are. Yeah, perfect. So another 10 and one just to fit in here. So we drop down now the cul-de-sacs. Boom and boom to that area so it continues. We'll get this road here tearing through and connecting straight down to there. As a nice little kind of dividers in a way. And we'll get this area kind of up and running too then. So we've got the little cul-de-sacs there, which are pretty sweet. If I come out, actually, how long is this road? This road is 44. Okay. So if I come out by 10 here, how far can I go along? Alright, I just want to kind of get the gist of it. So if I went to there, we can get 3 out of it. So we'll go by another 10. There we go, to create almost like a semi-grid. And we'll come out by 10 here. We'll come out by, 10 there. And then we'll drop our cul-de-sacs just there. So we're creating like a very stereotypical suburbs kind of vibe, kind of feel that we have. So it's a little bit different from the ordinary, which is pretty cool. And it's all kind of, you know, it allows the traffic to flow quite nice because not everybody can go the same route, like as a quick route. If you're going like to one certain area and you're over there, if you want to get to there or go to there, they're very close by, but you take completely different routes. So hopefully it disperses the traffic a little bit more. And then we'll bring, so if that is 40 across, that then becomes 46. Awkward number. We'll roll that there for another solid connection. So it's like little quick routes to the main boulevards, which will be pretty nice. And I think what we'll do here is we'll run this. Right, we're going to have to anarchy it. Bam. Straight under. Bam, there we go. Just kind of grid it up slightly. And let's work with this area first then. So does it have the waterworks, the piping? Not just yet. So I'll just get this to kind of follow down. There we go. And then we'll just simply... Will it snap for a straight line? It kind of won't, but that's okay. Because we can roll with it ourselves. There we go. We'll do one more. There we go. And then we'll just simply go straight down here to fill up this little area. Right, sweet. Okay, we'll roll with that then. That's all good. Loving it. Loving it. And let's get our suburbs now explored. So it's all going to be all low density residential. So I need to just pause real quick so I can drop it all in. We'll keep this pretty free for like commercial if we go down that route. But yeah, let me pretty much cover that all up. Looking jazzy. We'll get low density residential there and all around this little area. So if I zone that there, we'll get rid of this for now. So I'm not going to zone it all because obviously we're not going to have the demands for it. But if I just go up to this there for now, that should be a good little shout for the residential side. So allow that to kind of naturally start to grow. And while that does what it's got to do, I want to take a look at public transport potentially around this area. So we have the subway line which kind of bends around and goes up in that direction. We've got this secondary line that comes across which is going to follow it around, which we will have another stop somewhere. But then how am I going to do this then? Do I have a subway line here? I could, but then it could be a crossover point for maybe down here. Right. Because I don't want to like interrupt this kind of network that we have up and running at the moment. So if I did do like a subway line that tore through it, like say on one side or the middle, it could have a crossover junction maybe around here somewhere where the elevated metro connects. Now if I did that, right, I'm trying to think then what the best way, because that could come across here and then it could maybe join up this one going straight down that way. And then we extend either the monorail or the tram line. Now, it could slightly extend the tram line to so far. And then the monorail can push itself down because the monorail does end over here at this point where that road ends. So I could maybe create like a big loop that goes around the outer edge, but then it will cross over this road here. But it's going to come down here. So maybe I kind of, if I did extend that road down this way, and it kind of goes around that way and connects up. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. There's many ways in which we can take it and which we can kind of do it. So I think it's all about just biting the bullet and going ahead and getting it done. Really, isn't it? I think it pretty much is. So... Right, okay, if we got that in our mind then, we're going to do a little crossover route here for the elevated and the underground one. So very similar to how we have it here. The underground one, the elevated one, and then just simply cross the road. That's all they simply do. Has a nice little interchange kind of system. So if I do it here then, I'm going to want the underground subway to run parallel with the road. So if that did that, this one's going to be kind of slightly diagonal. I wonder what it's like to have a slightly diagonal road. It's probably going to be a little awkward, but if I can get like two 45-degree angles like that, it works. But it's deciding where we place those angles. So, bam. Oh, it's not exactly 45 degrees, is it? Right, that is. It's 45 degrees, not to the highway, but to the road. Now, if I think about doing it to the highway, you can see where the blue kind of crosses over the actual highway there. That's how that would work. But it all depends if I can squeeze in an elevated... Oh, no, okay, so I've got to come a little bit further away. A little bit further away. So let's try that again. We'll go from this side first then. So again, if I get that parallel with not the road, the actual highway itself. Right, can we anarchy that in? We can anarchy this in. Right, I'll drop it there, but obviously with the power of the move it tool, slightly angle it. Now if I select both of these and push them back a little bit, so then it becomes a little bit more angled in a way. And I wonder what would happen if I deleted that and the connection was straight down, or should we just go for a bend? Or do you reckon that's a little bit too much? I reckon that's a little bit too much. We'll just kind of keep it straight down. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. So it's a little bit different. Definitely a little bit different, but it's pretty cool. I do like it. I do like the kind of effect that it then kind of throws at us. And I could do like straight road connecting like that, but for now we'll kind of keep them semi-open. So for the elevated highway then, elevated metro, we'll run along to here to where then it starts to bend, which would be there. And then where, so that would connect there. So that would become a 12 by 12 and connect over. So that does exactly what I need it to do. Exactly what I need it to do. It does it right now, which is handy. And I could definitely maybe create like a little junction here to kind of connect people turning it on and off. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Something could happen over there, to be honest with you. That might be a little bit easier. Okay, so if that's there then, it means I can then potentially create a route that goes from there to there and then down to here. Unless I use that still as the crossover route, so just simply from there to there. Then you can get on 2 trains. But again, the reason that one goes so long is because that's the only route I have for it. And then, I mean, I don't think I would want one that kind of bends and turns in that way. Because again, the interchange crossover could still be used on the University Island. So probably go down that route, but I won't connect it with just yet anyway because we have no need to at the minute. Now, if I was to do the underground version, this could actually kick in just here, which would be perfect for us. I haven't even anarchied that in, so that's worked perfect. So now I can follow a straight line going all the way down. So if I had a stop there, we add in a stop here. We add in a stop just here. Was that a bit... No, actually no. Because I want to add a stop in here near the park. So we'll add this one in here instead, which means we delete this one. So that's our 3 stops running down the side, and then the monorail could continue. And it could actually pass this. I don't know how I feel about going on that side, but it could just be a completely like dead end stop. So we have a monorail going from point A to point B. And if I had a stop there, it's the crossover between the 2 routes. It's like end at the peninsula and go to there. Maybe. I don't know, but that could take care of a public transport route on the left-hand side coming down. Subways on the right. And then we do a very, very loose tram loop. That maybe goes through the middle. Because it will kind of semi-go in a different way, kind of. But that runs up to here anyway. Right. And then where would that go? So what I could do with this is actually then have it go underground. Or connect up to this end station there. And if it to be the continuation route going down this way. There's many, many options that you can kind of get out of it at that point. Which should be quite interesting. It should be quite interesting. So with those in. How's this doing anyway? It hasn't really grown much. So let's have a little fast forward. Try and get those buildings in. Now, what's the zoning I've got for it? It's all there. So it is slowly building up. Slowly but surely. How is our oil industry anyway? Are these still ticking along? Oh, they're complaining. Not enough buyers for the product. Okay. I mean, they're making 19,000. That's pretty good for how small it currently is. What about the ore industry? They're making 12,000. So it's good profits all around. Good profits all around right now. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. So we're going to connect those guys up. But we'll kind of sprawl it down slowly. So that should be fairly interesting. It's just the residential is kind of growing a little bit slow. So, commercial then. I think we should create like a little shopping district just here. Just because it's got 2 points of the metros connecting. So we want to create something or other. So going up there, that is a 33. So coming off here, if we go up by... I'll do it just here. If I go up by... Let me pause. 11. Take the power... Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll connect the power just there. Oh, it's not really going to work like that, is it? Yeah, put it back there anyway. Straight across. I don't feel like that's a perfect, like, angle, is it? It's not really. So if I went across to... Right, if I come out by 10. No, let's come out by... Yeah, 10. Let's do it here as well by 10. And then we'll bend it. So... 4. Straight connect. This one. Where would this bend take place? So that could happen over there. It just kind of means I have to bring this out a little bit more. So by another 10, so that becomes 20. So 6. So that will be a 7. We'll take it. And that becomes a nice little shopping district. So if I did... Where is it actually taking that power, by the way? It goes up in that direction. Ah, it goes up to the universities. Right. So let me just get in. Do I do high density over on this side or still low density? Let's still go low density. Right, I'll fill in this whole little square. Get rid of that corner. There we go. It kind of fills in all that little nook and cranny there for us. And I'll bring it over this side, the power. It makes the most sense to do it that way. Now, we don't have water set up over here just yet. Oh, no, we do. Okay. So this commercial area is not going to take full advantage of the public transport route just yet. So why don't we get something set up? But then again, it's only going to be a really basic version of it, to be honest with you. It really is. It's just literally going to be... I could create the crossover there. So... Or should we now slowly start to divide up our routes? Because I could use that subway stop there, the elevated stop, where 3 routes connect, where this one connects to there, that one connects to there, and then this one connects there. So we then go from having 1 route passing all the way through to then 3 routes, making that the main center hub. So if you wanted to get from here to here, it's 1 subway stop to there. So it's just another way to kind of keep up or keep capacity by having multiple train lines. We'll go with that then. So if I pause a second, delete that stop. So they literally end there, is that right? Yeah. So they end there. And then on the opposite side, I create this route. Actually, have I cancelled it? Yeah. I'm trying to get it. Can you pick what side of the track you want it on? I'm not sure if you can or not, but we'll take it from there. Yes, okay, we can. So these are now literally divided. So this little stop here is going to be... I don't know if it's going to be overwhelmed, but it's definitely going to be used quite a lot. And this one, it doesn't really matter what side of the stop this is on. So it's going to come this way. There, and then go straight back. So it doesn't seem like it should be that efficient at this current stage. It's only when we extend the lines, like that goes off in its own way. That probably is going to continue going off that way. That's going to bend around and go up in that way. And this one bends up and goes wherever it goes. It's just that's the central meeting point. That can be like our mini version of Grand Central right now. Probably change it, probably switch it all around in the future, but that's where the three lines can potentially connect. So we'll leave it like that then. It just alleviates some of the pressure, because if a train's coming to there, everyone's going back or stopping. If they're passing through, they might not be able to carry all the passengers who wanted to switch lanes. So just does what it does, really. Just does what it does. And then you start to see people moving. At least then we can get shoppers to over here for the most part at the moment. Okay. So let me just set up then the basics of this. Get it to there. And then get it to there. Right. All looking good. No issues. Yep, no issues. And we'll set up, again, a very raw route. Granted, we don't really have anything going on over here at the minute. But when we do start building, at least we've got a very simple subway route in place. There we go. So that's done. So we could potentially start working over here and getting things up and running. Got to be a little central park, and we're going to start doing a little bit of high density over in this area too. Right, so waterworks right now. It's a little bit diagonal. We might as well go for the full distance. There we go. And right. Let's just go straight up. Straight to there. Okay. That covers the majority of it. We'll just bring one more up here just to kind of get that side covered. Water's done. We don't really have to kind of worry about that now. It's just getting power over here. So if I went and said around... Oh, do I do it around, or should we do like little strips? Right, we'll do a... Let me pause. We'll do a commercial strip here, high density. And we'll do one just there. Right. And shall we set up a commercial strip here? No, let me save that. We'll do 2 just here. And we'll do 2 just up here. So I'm just trying to divide the shopping areas. We'll drop in some offices as well. That would be kind of cool to have some downtown office areas. So we'll do a... I think we'll use the offices to be the buffer between the commercial to residential. Which we'll do one here as well. Actually, we'll drop 2 in over here for the workers. And we'll finish this little section up here as office too. So this is going to be... Literally, it's going to be like a very... very basic Manhattan, this kind of area. And we'll drop in now. We'll do 4 rows here of residential. And we'll do another office. We'll do another office there as well. And I think we'll leave it to that zoning. I don't know how long it's going to take to be able to get all that thrown in. But we'll see where it starts to grow first. And then we'll link up the power to it. So it could be interesting. It could just flop terribly. We got shoppers over here. Yeah, there's a few shoppers walking about. And again, they'll slowly get there. And they'll slowly get there and all up and running. It's going to be quite exciting. So there's a lot of people already waiting on this subway stuff right now. Look at 1,000 people using it straight away. Damn, son. Damn. Which is kind of a little bit mental, isn't it? It kind of is, but it should push them all through. We should have our little metros right now taking full capacity all the time. So boarding. Only for that one's going straight on, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to our new shopping district we just kind of set up. Right, this. Oh, hang on, I'm in bulldoze mode. This one's coming with 144. Should drop off everybody and then fully load back up because then it's heading back in the other direction. So we're getting a consistent. People are actually, people. There's a lot of people waiting, but the people are moving. We are getting them going, which is quite exciting. All right. So that's got 40 this time. So a few more shoppers on that one. That one's coming in with 8. Not sure. That's going to the other way as well. That's got 150. So you just got to wait for them to load and then skedaddle. Goodbye. Boarding up. It's pretty good, isn't it? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So how are we doing over here then? So yeah, we do need the power, by the way. I forgot I need to get that set up real quick right now. Right, I'm going to bring it down to here and just connect up like that. That should be enough. And we're initially going to probably get a load of traffic that does turn up around here as everyone slowly starts to move in. So we're anticipating that. We're going to anticipate all that right now. What are the services like around here anyway? So because this is going to be our like downtowny area, I think we should invest in some heavy duty services. So do I get the university hospital? I didn't like this because it does cross the road. Or we should go for the life center. It has a 700 capacity. And it would fit in, almost fits in there quite perfect. So we'll squeeze that in. How's it fit in there? It gives us like a little one gap space. So where's our zoning, by the way? Okay, so it would work well just here. And it should also slightly, give a little bit of radius to over there. Only a small amount. Only a small amount. So that takes care of the healthcare. Fire. We'll go for our big Detroit one. Is that 35 capacity? That's 25. So again, more downtown vibes we were kind of getting. We'll place this. I'm going to place this here. Going to get that slightly out of the way. Again, decent fire coverage. And then we'll go for the big enforcer tower when it comes to the policing, which fits in wonderfully. And I'll squeeze this. You know what? We'll have it over on this side as well. So if I have it here. Just another way in which we can get stuff rocking and rolling. It's got all the power. Got the water. Ain't got to worry about it. But it gives it the services. The only thing I'm now missing is death care. So a better crematorium we've got right now. I'm just going to, for now, right, just squeeze... Have they just got their power? Yeah. Just going to squeeze these in some in a generic place. So I'm going to drop 2 there for now. Just so we have a little bit of death care within this radius, this area. And let's try and give now then our subway stops their power. And the park just here as well. So they're both now up and running. And things can slowly come together for this big downtown section. And then we are going to build a city park to integrate it within our central park. I think that would be really nice. It would be really nice. So let it do what it's got to do. And we'll see how it rock and rolls. Now I'm thinking, do you reckon it's going to overwhelm this junction? I don't think it will. We've got this little section here where they can cross over. Why they keep stopping there? Let me quickly take a quick look. So, don't cross here. Allow them to cross maybe here. And we do have traffic lights set up there as well, don't we? So just turn them off for now. Let everyone keep rocking and rolling. So people are walking down here because we don't really have yet at the minute a solid connection to go down. So should we integrate our first steps of the brand new monorail? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I've got a good few ideas on what we can do with this. So let me start by upgrading the road first. So bring it right down, because that's where we're eventually going to extend it. Now I need a turn there, don't I? Like I need to turn this way. We'll see what we can do. We might have to delete it and re-add it back in. But for the monorail, which is this one, we need that thingy. So we're going to create, like we created the subway line here, we had the crossover happen there. Same thing's going to happen for the monorail. But it's going to happen here. So I'm going to drop that in there. Get the road connecting. And then we'll add in our little monorail stop just here. So we'll do one there, and then I'll do one here. So one there, one there. There we go. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So now how it's going to work then is, I kind of need to split these up. So where we got one long one, I'm going to divide it into two, where they both meet at this point here. And then the third one, which is our brand new one, is going to go then in this direction. So rather than having this completely long back and forth, we can kind of split it up a bit. And it might be easier just to delete the line first, right? And then we start like this. So we have one there. That for now will stop there, come back, and end here. Then this one will start here, to there, to there, to there, stop there, which is the crossover, and then literally go back on its way. Nice. And then we'll start this one from the very top up here. So this one goes there, to there, to there. Let's say it's probably at some point worth getting a stop in there. To here, to there. Oh, do you know what? We don't need that turn now, do we? Oh yeah, and then back on itself. So I had to stop there, 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 and complete the line just there. So we'll see how that gets going then. We'll see how that gets going, but we now have that additional way to kind of connect up. So I don't know whether they'll get off here and still walk down, or whether they'll see coming down to this point there and then going back is the easier connection. We don't know. We'll see. But then again, think about it. I could have got them connected up to here, couldn't I? Instead. That could be the crossover connection. But it is what it is, boys. It is what it is right now. But thinking about it, that might have been the better setup. We'll see how it goes anyway. We'll give it some time. We'll give it some time. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of initial traffic now as everyone slowly starts to move in this area. And before we do start to see them taking advantage of the public transport that is now currently on offer. So there we go, that's all connected in. So they've all got power now, so they can all be working to their full potential. Over here, there is not enough educated workers, so... Oh, there's a lot of people just got off the subway line there, didn't they? Damn, what? You're crazy. So that's pretty good then. So it is coming together very slowly. Very slowly but surely it is coming together. And you know what? A few people did get off this one. I'm quite surprised, but then again, it is quite close, so it does make sense. Let's get connected then to make it more viable for these guys to use the monorail. A path that goes straight... Whoa, Senia, I just realised I'm in underground mode. As cool as that looks, I gotta sort that out. Not sure how that happened. Right, straight down to there, nice little path. And I'll do the same here eventually when the road cuts down a little bit more. But it's a simple way to get them across, back and forth, easy to the station, and then into this downtown area that we are slightly now building. Good stuff. So yeah, look at the traffic building up. But we'll give them time to settle down before we decide whether we need alternative routes and all that kind of stuff. But it ain't too shabby. It ain't too shabby right now. So lots of good little connecting points then. The monorails crisscross over. Subway line crisscrosses over there. I really am thinking I should have got that set up there. I wonder if, you know, if I create a line there, add a stop, can't really do it, can we? Hard to tell if you got a stop there, isn't it? Right. I mean, I could create my own version that bends over, and then use the move it tool. Oh no, it's kind of spirals it out slightly like that to kind of turn the corner. It's a bit weird how it did that, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Pause. Okay. Delete all routes that come to here. So where that ends, I then drag it. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to do it again because I'm going to completely mess this up so bad. So let me restart them. So, the reason I want it to there is because there's less crisscrossy happening over on this side. But let me start this again. I know it's annoying, but if I don't do it, it's going to be completely wrong. Alright, that one's done. Alright, there. Alright, back again we go. Oh snap, I did that wrong. Yeah, there we go. That's done. And then... Right, we do the same here. It should be easy to do it from a distance. Bam, 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 bam. And then complete line. Done. Okay. Right, that'll now give us a minute or two for everyone to then leave the stations, realise that there's a monorail line and come back in. So that'll take a minute or two. But at least now we've got that over. It's a bit funky. It's completely different to there, but it works. That is the main thing, it works. And at least the crossover is going to happen here instead, rather than down there. Makes a little bit more sense, because if you're trying to get over to this area, why would you go down there to go back, when you can literally just go there, hop on the new one, and then turn down that way? Makes so much more sense. So much more sense. Right, how is this right now? 744 peeps. So, do we get more trains on the route? Could do. We could have. How many people are waiting at this station? No, not many. I think we're at okay capacity. I think we're okay at the minute. I don't think there's really much to worry about. But yeah, this junction right now is taking a beating. But we are literally allowing the first time traffic to move itself in. And once it's all in, we're pretty much good to go. We're pretty much good to go. So let it continue. I think we have traffic lights here. Yep. So let me just get rid of those so it kind of free flows in a little bit better. There we go. Monorails are pumping up. So yeah, we're going to get a load of people on this station right now, which is all good. We'll take it. And again, the traffic is literally from everybody trying to move in. I'm happy. I'm happy where it's going. So this is going to be a really good area. So I think what we should do is add in a nice park. A nice little city central park. What will fit in quite well. What have I selected here? That is the small park. It has dirt paths though. That's a bit too big. That could fit in quite nice. What one's that there? That is a small playground. We got the dog park. Not feeling that as much. I could build like a little golf course in here. I can do a large... See, the large cinema would be really good, because that's a really solid leisure activity for this city-styled area. But it is quite a large building. So, yeah, maybe I'll squeeze this up here. That'll be a nice one to throw in. Okay, I won't do the Aquafun Park. I'm just going to... I want to get a few of those little normal parks in, though. So, large playground is that size. So, I'll bite the bullet. I'll throw that in just there. We have then the park with trees, which is actually a really, really big one. I could get it on the corner here as part of the thingy, but then again, we're going to get the normal parking anyway. So, I resort to a smaller version. So, I can put that on the corner just here. Smaller version. So, we've got 3 in there. We'll just roll with those for now. They'll just fill in all the little small gaps and stuff. So this does have connections with the path here to like go in different directions that some people don't really utilize as much. So I can push that directly up. That connects to there. That connects to there. So we've got a few little connections there for different entry points to that park, which would be pretty nice. What seems to be the issue with this junction is no one's really like going bam, run boy. Crossover. So again, because it's at the minute it's the only way in and out of this downtown area. Gotta wait for the traffic to clear. But then again, that could potentially be in the future an issue in general. So we've got to think then of a way so we can filter traffic out a little bit easier. But I still got to wait for that initial traffic to kind of get out of here. So I can allow this junction to do something like this as well. Like if you turn in this way, you turn in that way. If you go in, if you want to go straight on, you're in a different lane altogether. So at least it can divide the lanes a little bit easier. And we can filter them out of being in a single lane. Slightly make things a little bit easier for us. Because it happens just okay there anyway. See, that little backlog of vehicles are now pretty much gone. So there's no way for this little backlog of vehicles to kind of disappear. But that's the straight road up down the boulevard to this area. And we got this backlog coming through too. But we will get there. We will get there. So we do the same to this then. That is the turning at that point. That is straight on or going in that way. At least they then know themselves there what lane that they need to be in. Doesn't matter how much the crossover is now happening. But just allow it to, happen. Allow it to happen. It will slowly clear itself. But it's why we could potentially need this highway to kind of come across and bend over so we can have an additional connection. It could be another reason we need to kind of get this connected up to over here as well. And maybe do something underground. But it all could just simply be Seniac, I mean, again, that backlog's now going. And we just got to clear this backlog all the way up to the highway. And job's a good one. Job is a good done. So, I mean, I can't complain too much. We've had it really good so far, so you're going to have a few issues here and there. But, yeah. Ain't too shabby. So, how are these public transport systems now coping? How are they dealing with stuff? So, you get a few people on this one. We're having 4,500 people a week. The monorails have ridiculously shot up. Well, everything has, to be honest with you, but it's because even though they're going from point A to point B, where that was classed as one journey, now they've got to get on 2 monorail lines. It's then classed as 2 journeys, so it looks like we're having more passengers, but it's the same people taking the same line. Which is quite funny. We don't have anything that goes straight on either. So even if you want to get from here to over here, you've still got to go, that way. Well, up here to go that way, which is fine. We don't mind that too much, unless I completely throw it on. But then again, I say a loop, but I gotta wait to build it all up in general, really. There's nothing more we can do about that. Okay. Okay. So how many people are over here waiting? Right, we're getting it for 1,000 people using this. So it does show you that we do need more, public transport routes, public transport systems. A really good one will be to eventually connect up some ferries crossing over to the river. That'd be another really, really cool way to alleviate traffic. Traffic on this side right now, which was backed up to the highway, is now only really backed up to round about here. So again, it is slowly passing through, but we do 100% need some alternative routes to this downtown area. We need a quick bypass road to make it worth our while. But then again, sometimes you probably don't. It's just about just getting all the public transport network set up. The only thing I don't have as well is trams connecting these guys up, and I'm probably allowed them to come off this loop here. And I don't know if I run it along parallel with the subway line, but we've got to get it going down here. I can maybe do like a simple back and forth, like a point A to point B route. I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, guys, we're going to end it for here. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode then. Again, the backlog is slowly going down. It's what you expect when you build such a high density area. You do get a lot of traffic as people are trying to move in. And then once they've moved in, the traffic does die down, which it looks like it's going to eventually happen when this is all finished. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. Let me know what industry you want me to build in the next episode. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.